decade in exile. As time slid by, she kept her gaze locked on that incredible face. She sensed from the way the debris was slowly shifting above her that there was a scramble to free her, but that one man stayed right where she could see him, easing closer, inch by treacherous inch. "Hi, Allie," he said. By now he was close enough that she could read his lips, and she guessed from the way he'd spoken, being so careful to face her, that he knew she was deaf. "Hi." She breathed the word with a catch in her voice, even as relief flooded through her. It was going to be okay. As long as he was there, she knew it. "Can you read my lips?" Eyes glued to his face, she nodded. "Good." He reached out his hand. "Can you take my hand?" She tried to move her arm, but it felt as if it, too, were weighted down, just like her pinned leg. She almost wept in frustration. "That's okay," he said. "Hang in there a little longer. You're being incredibly brave, and if you give us just a little more time, I'll be able to reach you and this nightmare will be over." She nodded. "Anything hurt?" "Everything," she said. He grinned. "Yeah, dumb question, huh?" He turned his head away. She could see a change of expression on his face and guessed he was speaking to someone out of sight. More debris shifted and bits of plaster rained down on her. She yelped, drawing his immediate attention. "Everything okay?" he asked, his expression filled with concern. She nodded, her gaze locked with his worried brown eyes. "Good. Then here's the deal, Allie. I imagine you want to know what we're up to out here, right?" Yes. She wanted to know everything, even if she didn't like it. She'd learned a long time ago that she could cope with just about anything as long as she knew what she was up against. "Okay, then. I'm going to disappear for just a minute. We're not happy with this approach, so we're going to come in a different way. It'll take a little longer, but there's less risk. Are you all right with that?" She wanted to protest the delay, but he was the one who knew what he was doing. She had to trust him. Gazing into his eyes, she found that she did. And even though she didn't want him to move, didn't want to lose sight of him, she nodded again. "Okay." She turned her head away to hide the tears that threatened. Suddenly, she felt what seemed to be a deliberate dusting of powder sprinkled down on her face. She glanced up to find him watching her anxiously. "Sorry," he apologized. "I needed to get your attention. I promise you'll see me again in no time. I never leave a pretty woman in distress." She almost laughed at that. Even when she wasn't under a ton of debris, no one in recent years ever said she was pretty. Now she imagined she must look a fright. She had been dressed for bed when disaster struck, wearing a faded Florida Marlins t-shirt and nothing else. At the end of the day, her hair was always a riot of mousy brown curls thanks to Miami's never-ending humidity. She imagined she looked pretty much like a dusty, bloody mop about now. "Go," she told him. "I'll be here when you get back." He chuckled. "That's my girl." And then he was gone, leaving Allie to wonder if it was possible that angels ever came with dancing eyes and looking like sin. Ricky was still chuckling as he eased his way off the mound of debris. Allie Matthews was something, all right. Scared to death, but doing her level best not to show it. He'd caught the occasional glimpse of panic in her amazing blue eyes, but not once had she complained. She had to be in pain as well, but beyond her one joking admission, she'd never mentioned it again. "You find something funny about this?" Tom asked, regarding him with curiosity as he leaped to the ground beside him. "You probably had to be there," Ricky admitted. "How's she doing?" "Her sense of humor's intact, but she can't move. No way to tell if that's because she's pinned down or because of an injury. Bravest woman I ever saw, though. She's not hysterical, but those eyes of hers are killers. Blue as the ocean and shimmering with tears, though she's fighting them like crazy." Tom shook his head. "Leave it to you to go all poetic about a woman's eyes in the middle of a rescue." "I was hoping to motivate you," Ricky claimed.